Hi guys. So in last couple of videos, what we saw different ham crust assertions which are getting used across the organizations in means all the companies, almost majority of the places. This is what these all assertions are getting used in multiple places based on the needs. Okay, so now we'll see what is the best way to use these Helmcrest assertions. Okay, so going to that, I'll go with one example. Okay, and then I'll explain you what is the disadvantage of using these assertions in one way and what is the advantage of using these assertions in some other way. Okay, so now for example, so what we have to do, we have to fetch the user details of any specific user and verify the its cart id, what pin code of office address, office building number, aadhar card number, house number and name. Okay, so this is what our requirement is. Okay, so now let's go here and check the details. Okay, so what was our requirement? So our requirement was to fetch first card id, right? So to reach to cart id, just a second. Yeah, to reach to cart id, we should use dot notations, right? Address details dot office address dot cart id. Okay, so address details dot office address dot cart id. Okay, and equal to this should be equal to cart id. Yeah, this is what it is. Okay, yeah, so this is done. Okay, now what was our next requirement? To pin code of office address. Under office address we have this pin code, right? So this is what we are interested in. So again, address details dot office address dot pin, address details dot office address. Let me copy paste it directly here. Here instead of cart id, it should be pin. Okay, pin. And what is our expectation? It should be equal to equal to this. Okay, perfect, right? So let's run this and we'll see. Okay, whether both the sessions are working or not. Why it should be implied 01 but actual value is null? Why this is coming as null? Office address should be equal to this. Why this is, hold on, let me check why this is so why this is so. Cart ID should be this one, correct? Oh, sorry. Here we have written cart ID instead of cart ID. Because of that, it was throwing like that key was not available. That's what it was giving us null. So now we have corrected it, and we'll see now what is the failure. The expected value is this, and the actual value is this. Actually, this is integer, so we should remove this. Now we'll see. So with integer, we were trying to compare a string. That's what that error was there. Okay. So now you can see both are passed. Now, now what is our next requirement? To check uh, office building number. Okay. So now, so what we have to do dot and again dot body, and we have to go to what what was our requirement is office building number, right? So this is what the building number is. So office address details in this, so we should copy this and and this building number, right? And the value is 3. Currently it is 3. Okay, so dot building number, and it should be equal to 3. Perfect, right? Now again dot and dot body. What is the next requirement is to Aadhaar number, right? Aadhaar number, to go for Aadhaar number, we have to just address details dot Aadhaar number, details dot address details dot Aadhaar number. Okay, so dot Aadhaar number, and what is the expected output? Output is this is what the Aadhaar number is. Okay, perfect. Now what is that next requirement? And dot body. So in that body, the next is address details dot, the requirement is Aadhaar number, house number, right? So to navigate to house number, again address details dot house number. House number is H55. Okay, so now we'll go and we'll see, we'll paste it over here, and the expectation is H55, and it should be is okay. Now what is the last requirement is to assert the name. Okay, so here again dot and dot body. Okay, now here name. Okay, because the it is under like a starting, okay, under root, so it is like just name we can provide, and we can fetch the value. And what is our expectation? Our expectation is it should be this one is okay, it should be this. Perfectly fine. Now let's run this. So all data we have provided correct, so it should be like passing. It shouldn't throw any error. Okay, so like this is passing. So now you can see when we have provided all the actual value what it is fetching from the UI, which means API, and this the provided one, the asserting what values we are setting, both are equal, then it is passing. Okay, so by this test case you can assure like this user is having all the required details what we are expecting. Okay, suppose 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 something went wrong at one point. Okay, suppose here itself it got failed. Okay, so suppose I've removed that one, and we made it like our, so our requirement was like this. Okay, suppose our requirement was like this. Okay, now if we'll run and check what and all validations it is doing. Okay, so see here it failed, right? It was telling like our expectation of this pin. Okay, pin, the address details dot office address dot pin doesn't match. Our expectation was this, but the actual value was this. Okay, so what has happened, that by the time it came here and it saw like this address details is not proper, this pin address is not proper, so what it did, it made the this test cases as failed, and it didn't go further to verify anything. Okay, so what you have to do, so now there is no information available to you whether these information are correct or not, because it just stopped over here only, but it verified this one, this was correct, and then again it went to this one, and here it find like this is like mismatches there. That's what it made the test case as well, and it didn't execute this one. Suppose in the real time scenarios, what happens if you are doing some calculation. Okay, so you need to do put assertions at multiple places. Generally, currently, what project I am working on, so there we have around 30 to 35 assertions. Okay, suppose if it is failing in starting or in between, then other places whether that calculations are correct or not, we doesn't know, right? So there should be some mechanism to know which is pass, which is fail, which is means our requirement is. So something should be like our requirement was this, and the actual value was this. It should be like that, not like after here it is failing, then it is not at all going here to verify other details. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me correct this. Okay, so we have error over a couple of other places also. So again it will fail. Let's see where it is failing. See now it is telling for Aadhaar number it doesn't match. The expectation was this, but the actual value is coming this. See, after Aadhaar number it didn't verify these things. As we know, we have given here wrong value, right? So it should also fail, but user is not having any information regarding. So if we will be using this kind of assertion using and, so what will happen? Until and unless everything will be proper, it will not pass, and user will not get information like whatever value they were trying to assert after this here it got failed, then these whether these values are coming correct or not. So what will happen? So if failure came, okay, then user comes and user will modify this one. Again user will run this, so let me modify this one. Again user will run this, then what is the next failure, then user will get to know, not in one shot itself. Okay, here first we were failing this, now we corrected this, then we got to know like this is failing. So here so we corrected this also, now again we executed, then we saw like here it is failing now, so again we need to correct it, and again we need to check what is the like further it is any error is there or not. To avoid these things we can use one instance. Okay, we can store we can store the response of this one in some variable, and then we can use all SSS in one shot itself. And at that time if anyone will be failing in between, it will not stop there. What it will do, it will fetch all the details and it will tell you your expectation was this, and your output was this. So that's what, if it is failing in between, then others are getting avoided, it is not at all checking those things. So this is what the biggest disadvantage of using this direct assertion and using this and. Okay, okay, so this is what the disadvantage of using assertions in that way. Try avoiding, this is our recommendation, try avoiding use of direct assertions. Try avoid try avoiding multiple SSS using and the better way to get the response in the response instance and then verify in one search itself. Every organization, every company is using this approach to do SSS. Okay, so that I'll be explaining in next video. So thank you for now guys. Bye bye.